Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Well, it's time for a fact that makes your brain go. And The Simpsons has predicted everything from the Trump presidency to Super Bowls, 35 things from the last 35 years in the show they've predicted correctly. Now, this episode from 1992 possibly predicted the Haktu girl. And when I say that, does everybody know what I'm talking about? Do you think everybody by now has seen the video and it's been 3 weeks?
I think that if you don't know, you're never going to know. It's too
Yeah,
late for you.
I mean, I want to bring everybody in the party. It's a girl that was being interviewed, and I don't have the audio ready now, but they were talking about secrets in the...
In the bedroom. The question, Brian, why don't you try to find the audio real quick here? Because the question was, what's a trick that'll keep a man happy in the bedroom?
And she says you got to hack to her.
Spit on that thing.
And spit on that thing.
And it's just bizarre that in a world where we live in a 24-hour news cycle, everything is old as soon as it's new. This is the thing that has staying power. I remember when O.J. Simpson died. He died on a Thursday afternoon. We talked about it Friday. By Monday, it was old news. That doesn't make any sense to me. This has had staying power for weeks and weeks and weeks now.
Okay, so I have the audio.
What's funny is that she just launched an Instagram, and her first thing is, "This is my world," and she's posting like all these pictures, and she's almost acting like she's an artist that her career finally took off because she's posting herself on stage and signing things. I'm like, well, let's settle down.
Hey, you know what? Good for her.
No,
that's the world we live in.
Enjoy it, but it is hilarious because the Instagram captions have almost become inspirational, and it's just funny.
So it's Haktu, today's coffee. And get out there and win today.
Something like that.
Well, she wakes up and grinds every day. It's just funny. It's like, when somebody finds their purpose, when you watch an artist finally take off and they're at arenas, and you're just like, whoa, they found their purpose. It's like that, only she's going favors for talking about spitting on that thing. And the quotes are funny. Like the captions, I love it.
Just to bring everybody in the party, here's the audio that went viral and did this, of course.
You gotta give him that huck too and spit on that thing.
That's after he asked the question, your secrets in the bedroom. So, okay, that's where we get there. Now, to The Simpsons, 1992. An episode called New Kid on the Block.
One of my favorites.
Oh, you know this one?
Oh, my God, yes, because...
I thought you meant the group.
No, the Simpsons episode. Because when I was single and I was flirting, I used to send photos of this episode, which is Bart and then this cool older girl in an army green jacket. I used to send that photo to girls and be like, this could be us. We could be hanging out like this.
Now, this was New Kid on the Block. Bart gets a new neighbor named Laura, who was voiced by Sarah Gilbert from Roseanne. She was the daughter in Roseanne.
Which one?
What was her name?
Blonde? Becky?
No, the other girl. Darlene, right. Right? No. Was the blonde Darlene?
No, Becky was the blonde.
Becky was the blonde. And then they changed Becky.
Yeah, Becky was a few different people.
That
Becky was
wild.
like 3 different people.
Remember the last episode of Roseanne where he says, they say they're the same, but they're not the same.
Yeah,
he's in a coma. They say they're the same, but they're not the same. All right, so here's the audio from that episode that could have predicted the Haktu girl, Sarah Gilbert, as Bart's new neighbor, and he's infatuated with her. Here it is.
I was gonna tell your fortune.
Huh?
Oh, man. You're gonna be rich.
Whoa.
There's your mansion. There's the tennis court. And there's the swimming pool. See you later, Bart.
I'll never wash this hand again.
So she spits on his hand. She's saying, here's the tennis court, here's the mansion, and then she spits on his hand. Haktu spits on his hand, and there's a swimming pool.
Well, they didn't invent spitting.
I don't know.
You think they invented spitting?
Maybe they did.
Okay, sorry.
Well, listen again. You judge.
I was gonna tell your fortune.
Huh?
Oh, man. You're gonna be rich.
Whoa.
There's your mansion. There's the tennis court.
Haktu.
And there's the swimming pool. See you later, Bart.
I'll never wash this hand again.
Well, you got to spit on that thing.
Exactly. So now you buy it? Now you believe it?
So the whole time, this girl's been talking about a hand, and no one realized.
Maybe
They're really making her out to be a whore, and she's not.
Oh, just
she's like, you just got to shake their hand.
Well, maybe it's advanced 30 years from the hand to downtown.
No. I think that's what she meant.
Yeah. I don't know. You be the judge on that. That's one more thing that the Simpsons may have predicted. Add it to the list. The Haktu girl. And there you go. That's the fact.
You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Klash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin. Q101.
Let's go. Some of the most highly sought after tickets for an event that we look forward to because it only comes once a year, although it does last all summer, the Bristol Renaissance Fair. And we will be there. We will be there on Saturday, so a week from Saturday at noon. Make sure
it's July 13th.
There you go.
Whoa! I'm
Now,
so excited.
It opens this weekend, and then it goes all the way through Labor Day weekend. So weekends and Labor Day.
This is my Super Bowl.
It really is.
This is where I come out.
Yeah.
Come out to play and shine. I'm very excited.
I got whipped last year, so this year you got to do something.
Well, they wouldn't. I had to request that privately because they wanted me to do it, and I was pregnant. And I'm like, and nobody knew. So I went off to the side and was like, yeah, listen, lady, I've never met. I don't want to, just in case he messes up. I prefer that this is not on me. So now I'm not knocked up.
So
and
you don't think I have something that's worth not getting whipped off?
I think it would be a favor to us all.
To the future of humanity?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Harper's it? That's it?
That's it.
After it's gone, it's gone?
Yeah. We got lucky that that's what came from you, and I think we should stop there. You know?
I'm going to take another shot.
Oh, boy.
Hey, by the way, Klash with Kenzie is sponsored by the Schaumburg Boomers.
Feel the boom.
For tickets, visit boomersbaseball.com. So we have Tony and Lindenhurst taking on Kenzie today in trivia for these 4-pack of tickets, by the way, to the Bristol Renaissance Fair. Tony, tell us something about yourself. Ahoy.
Ahoy, guys. Ahoy. I love the Renaissance Fair. This is my Christmas. Like, we could care less about the holidays. When this season comes around, we love this thing. So we are there every year.
Oh, my goodness. Samesies. You and I are the same page, Tony.
Now, what did you dress as? What did you dress up as last year?
Oh, I got the kilt. I got the puffy shirt and, the little leather handbag and, the bottle carrier.
It's my kind of man.
Yeah, they don't make them like that anymore.
Period.
What's funny is at the Ren Fair, you can kind of do whatever you want, and people go, well, that's interesting. Like,
absolutely.
You can kind of be, you can be a goth guy with a kilt,
Well, it's
Tony
for
said, you could
fantasy
be a
rules.
furry,
It's
yeah.
your interpretation of fantasy. This is your world to live in. People show up as fairies. Fairies were
Absolutely.
running around like in medieval times. So,
All right, here we go, Tony. So first one to 5 wins. Listen carefully. If Kenzie gets one wrong, you can steal a point. She can do the same to you. Call heads or tails, Tony. Call it.
Heads.
It is heads.
Yes.
Tony's fired up.
Didn't win yet. Here we go. Tony, the Rembrandts performed the theme song for what iconic 90s sitcom?
Oh, Friends.
Friends is right. I'll be there for you. Kenzie, in what decade does the majority of Back to the Future take place in?
50s, I believe.
The 50s is right.
Little
1-1.
Little pool skirts walking around.
All right, 1-1 back to Tony.
Tony, what man received the first official permit from the King of Spain to commercially produce tequila?
No, I should know this because I run a liquor store. Don Julio?
Oh, it's not Don Julio.
It's the other man.
It's the other guy.
Jose Cuervo.
Jose Cuervo.
I hate Cuervo.
Me too.
There was a time when Cuervo was bigger than Don Julio, and now it's funny everybody says Don Julio first. In a
Well,
way.
he got the license from Spain first. So
Yeah.
he was kind of running the game.
Trendsetter. There you go. All
That
right.
was his turf, baby.
Yeah, exactly. 2-1 back to Kenzie.
Kenzie, what is it called in hockey when a singular player scores 3 goals in the same game?
A hat trick.
It's a hat trick. All the hats go on the ice. It's fun. So 3-1. Back to Tony. Let's stay with hockey. Who won the 2023-2024 NHL Rookie of the Year?
Connor Bedard.
Connor Bedard did that. And he did. It's back to Kenzie.
It is 3-2 back to Kenzie.
Kenzie, Juggalos are an infamous group of impassioned music fans in support of what musical artist?
And St. Cloud Posse.
St. Cloud Posse is right. Tony.
Yeah.
Who is Dora's sidekick?
Oh, the monkey. Boots.
Boots is right. Good job.
In my mind, it went the monkey. And I couldn't think of it, too.
Well, Tony, I have bad news for you. Even with that correct answer, you have 3 points. Kenzie has 4. It is back to Kenzie, who can win with a right answer.
Oh, my goodness.
Kenzie.
What?
Which motel chain promised to leave the light on for you?
Oh, motel?
Yes.
you say
Which
motel?
motel chain?
I'm going to say what is it called? Super 8? What are they
No,
called?
it's not Super 8.
I
That's a
don't know.
motel.
Okay.
Tony, do you know?
I almost said 8 Mile.
We'll leave the light on for you.
Motel 6?
Motel 6 is right, tied up 4-4.
Well, come on.
Well, Motel 6
Were they-
and Super 8 are two totally
Were
different
they
things.
related?
No, they were not.
They're not cousins.
Why were they named that?
Well, we don't have time to go into a deep dive on Motel 6 and Super 8.
My second guess was going to be Red Roof Inn, so I don't know.
No shot.
La
All right.
Quinta?
I stayed at a few of those Motel 6s.
Yeah.
Nice
Well, you would-
establishments, Tony?
What's that?
Are they nice establishments?
Oh, yeah, they leave the light on.
Well, of course they do.
Mythbusters over here.
All right, 4-4 back to Tony. He can win Bristol Renaissance Fair tickets with the correct answer.
Tony, you can win with this one. What side item was brought back to the Arby's menu on Monday after a 3-year absence? So just yesterday, this thing was brought back.
Oh, jeez. I don't know.
Arby's guy?
Although it was the curly fries.
3, 2,
Hash browns?
it's not hash browns. Kenzie for the win?
I'm actually not sure.
And you're an Arby's girl, too.
I know. Because everything I'm thinking of, they still had. So,
So something they had and they took away and then they brought it back after 3 years. You better stop at Arby's on the way home.
I feel like it's going to be one of their, little fried bites.
Fried bites. That does
Something.
not qualify on this
I
one.
know. Don't they have, fried
It's a potato cake.
potato cake?
Oh,
They're back, baby.
They're back as of Monday.
The hash brown. This is,
No,
Everything is potato based on the
yeah,
side.
come on, Tony.
I'd love to say that, but listen, a potato cake is different than a hash brown.
Damn straight.
all right.
It was close. I get where he's coming from.
It was close. Much like this game, 4-4 back to Kenzie.
Oh, Kenzie for the win here.
Yes.
Kenzie.
Yeah.
What letter represents potassium in chemistry and a strikeout in baseball?
A K.
A K is right.
Killing me.
But that's okay because listen, you were sick last week, Ryan, and still kind of this week if everyone can hear. But so we have a lot of Renaissance Fair tickets, and Tony's been super patient. He was texting all last week, so we're still gonna give them to everybody else. But let's also hook Tony up because I know we have extra because of last week.
We do have extra because pneumonia took me down.
Yeah.
I love you guys. I love you guys.
We love you.
I really appreciate that.
We love
And
you.
Brian, I'm sorry you had pneumonia, man.
But it worked out for you,
It
Tony.
doesn't sound like it. If I didn't have pneumonia, you wouldn't be getting these tickets. But all right, bud. Thanks, man. Hang on.
Clash with Kenzie. The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
But we do have more tickets because of my pneumonia. So,
Yes.
Coming up after Giovanni and the Hired Guns, 2 minutes and 40 seconds, everybody listening will have a chance to get a 4-pack of tickets for the Bristol Renaissance Fair from Brian and Kenzie.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, the artist known as Joe. And who that is the actor Joe Keery, who plays Steve Harrington in Stranger Things. And he went to DePaul, and he wrote that song about Chicago. So he has a very big history with Chicago. In fact, I did an interview with him. It's on our podcast, the Brian and Kenzie podcast. If you go back on the feed, you can find that there. And it was a great interview. Such a nice guy. Such a great dude. A real guy that didn't grow up here, is a true Chicagoan from his time here in college. And then he got Stranger Things after he graduated from DePaul.
That's so crazy.
Like, I mean, he's
So
here
crazy.
doing a couple commercials here and there and that. And then all of a sudden he's in Stranger Things.
Worked out pretty good for him.
Worked out pretty good. All right. So thoughts in your head, things that just you can't get out of your head. And one of these I have is about the kids today. And no, I'm not yelling at the kids. In fact, I'm happy. I'm jealous. And I saw this, and I mentioned it to Kenzie in case, and I was like, you know what's weird about kids today? I saw a group of 7 kids running down the street. They all have drinks. They all have drinks in their hand.
Oh, beverages are a big thing right now.
Is
It's a thing.
For me, you see people walking the street. No one goes anywhere, the kids today, without a drink in their hand.
Oh, absolutely. Because primes are trendy. They have to have a prime. They all want to flip it around. It's annoying. I tell my son, I'm like, stop flipping the bottle, like at the dinner table, wants to drink it, he'll flip it. I'm like, if that thing opens.
You mean like bottle flipping it?
Yes, they're obsessed. They want to play with bottles. They want to flip them around. They want to drink Prime. A lot of girls want the Stanley cups. So then you got to put something in it. It's like beverages they're in. They are in fashion right now.
So, yeah, because you have a 10-year-old, Tristan. So,
Yeah.
I'm not wrong in this assessment.
Oh, my gosh. No, they're obsessed with having drinks. I think a little bit of it with the age is almost a social anxiety thing because it's something, it sounds weird, but it's something to do with your hands.
Yes.
You know, when you're walking and you want to look, you act like you're on your phone. Or you're doing, I think it's a kid's version of that because they're flipping it, they're playing with it, they're opening the cap, drinking it, put the cap back on, even though they didn't take a sip, like throwing it around, shaking it. It's like, it gives them like something to do because they're not really, if they're walking around, walking from, one field to the next or whatever.
That's what I saw.
It's like a security blanket.
I saw a bunch of kids just running down the street, and they had all different kinds. It wasn't just Prime. It was a Gatorade, a water bottle. I followed them, actually, to
That's
catch
not
up.
good. Please don't follow little kids.
Well, they were like teenagers. I just followed them to see what was going on. Hey, they all got drinks. I want a drink. And I never had a drink when I was a kid.
When you were a kid, you just drank from the hose? Like, I don't understand.
Well, I drank before I left the house.
Yep.
Whatever I wanted, a Coke or water. Faygo.
Yeah, of
Or
course.
Faygo Red Pop, I loved a lot.
Naturally.
And then if I left for like 9 hours, I didn't drink again until I got home.
You didn't have a drink on the go.
No, there might have been a drinking fountain that I went and drank at, which I know those are dangerous
Bougie.
today.
Well, that's bougie.
Oh, no, the outside ones, I mean. Like the
I
ones
specifically remember playing in the neighborhood and like as a kid and then going up to people's sprinklers and putting your mouth on
grabbing
them.
a drink.
Yeah, people's sprinklers. You'd pick up their lawn sprinkler and put it in your mouth because you're like dying of thirst.
Put that
'Cause you've been
down.
outside for 7 hours. You
Yeah.
put it back. I mean, like forget the hose. You have to like lay on the grass and try to catch the rotating sprinkler when you were thirsty.
Yeah, I just don't remember staying hydrated.
No.
And everything worked out okay.
So you're jealous of these kids that they have plastic bottles, basically. That's kind of where you've landed is, oh, man, these kids today have it so good because they always have a drink on them.
I'm not trying to become the old man shaking a fist at a cloud that they have drinks.
You're being complimentary.
I'm jealous that everybody has a drink. This might have been the world that we all dreamed about, being a futuristic world with moving sidewalks. Instead, every kid has a drink.
This is the weirdest observation you've ever made.
And it stayed with me, and I want it to go away. This thought, I want to be done with it. But now every time I see a kid, they got a drink in their hand. Every one of them. I haven't seen a kid without a drink in 7 weeks.
My parents always said like any bottled drink or whatever, because we only were allowed to drink out of 2 liters or like water out of the sink, right?
Tap water.
Yeah, but like any bottled beverage for a guest, I wasn't allowed to have a water bottle or a Gatorade because there wasn't Prime back then or any of that kind of stuff. Those were for guests. So if I was gonna have a drink, it would be like lemonade my mom made in a thing, so I had to put it in a cup. There's no way. These weren't portable. Those were for guests. I would have been. If I went in our fridge when I was a kid and grabbed a plastic water bottle, I would have been grounded.
Go sleep in a tent in the backyard.
Those were not for me.
That's for Uncle Tommy.
Yeah.
When they come
she's
over.
Like, you just get the water out of the sink if you're thirsty. Like, we're not wasting bottles. What, for your convenience? I don't think so.
I don't know. I said I haven't seen a kid without a drink in 7 weeks. And now I'm like, it's that weird obsession now. I can't stop looking. There's a kid. Oh, he's got a bottle. There it is. He's got his drink.
Does it make you want to carry a drink everywhere you go?
No.
Oh, you don't want to be a part of it.
I don't want to be a part of it at this point now. I feel like I missed that window of my life. Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to drink it. I find myself bringing around drinks and then I don't drink them. Now I just have a bunch of stuff to carry. Because I'm conditioned to just have a drink like later in the day.
Yeah. Well, I want people to check in at 312-591-8300. If there's a thought in your head you can't get out of your head, like this one with me, check in and join this conversation at 312-591-8300. An observation you've made that just won't go away, and it's obsessed. You're obsessed.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and we're talking about just random observations you have in your head that you can't get out of your head. Mine is that every kid today has a drink, and I haven't seen a kid in 7 weeks that didn't have a drink in his hand, and it's fascinating me. I'm happy for him. I just was never that hydrated, I guess, all the time, and I turned out
Drinks
okay.
were just less portable.
I was less portable, or the drinks were?
The drinks were less portable.
No, you're less portable now.
I'm definitely less portable now.
Yes.
I always ran. everywhere when I was a kid. Just
Were you
ran.
one of the kids that would run in the hallway to get to your class first?
Oh, I ran that way. Also, when my friends had come over, I ran out of the house and ran to his house.
No time to pour a drink.
No.
You were too busy running.
No.
Oh, it's like Shannon said on the text line, hydrate, don't dihydrate. That's what these kids are doing now.
Damn.
It is funny though because kids do run everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, Tristan had a game Sunday, and we were at it, and they wanted to go to the concession stand after. You give them money, run. They run to the. It's like.
Hell
It's
yeah.
not closing. Like, they just go. Every time you tell a kid they can go somewhere, they're just go. It's like Roadrunner. I don't
best thing
understand.
ever. Awesome.
I don't get. We're going to the pool. It's
Yeah.
like, okay.
Wait, we're coming too. Wait, hello?
They just feel the need to run to everything. I don't understand.
Yeah.
I certainly don't have the urge to run anywhere,
No, I want to lay.
Yeah.
And then somebody pick me up and move me.
I want like a hammock. I see my baby in a bouncer, and I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. I want one of those.
Wow, what a great idea for Shark Tank, adult bouncers.
Yeah. Could you imagine one of those like spring-loaded chairs? You just move your foot
Hell yes.
and go up, and it's up just enough where you could like see TV, but you're laying down. It's relaxing.
Well, now we're getting somewhere.
I know.
More thoughts, more random thoughts on the text line.
Yeah, 313 checked in and said there aren't enough public trash cans anymore, which is something that I'm finding to be very true as well.
Well,
What happened to all the trash cans?
That's ominous. Why there's no trash cans anymore. You know why?
Why?
9/11.
Oh, my God.
There's bombs in all of them.
That's right.
I mean, I don't
What?
think-
That's
I don't
not what happened at 9/11.
Well, no, but that's what's going to happen afterward. After 9/11, they're like, well, there must be a bomb in a trash can. There's got to be a bomb in there. There's got to
I
be.
don't think so.
then
Is that
the-
why there's less mailboxes? You know what?
Are there less mailboxes?
I feel like I struggle finding the big blue mailboxes.
Hmm.
Sometimes.
Oh, the communal ones, not the ones
Not
in
like
front of
per
people's
person,
houses.
not per
I was
capita.
like, is your neighborhood getting rid of mailboxes?
No, but like when I want to drop a letter and I'm like, well, I'll just find a blue box. I'm like, where are these things?
Interesting.
That's like Mandela effect. I'm like, aren't they around? Where are they? I don't see one anywhere.
Can I share one that I've been struggling with recently? I know we're running out of time here, but I want to get this off my chest.
Sure, go ahead. So we're talking about just thoughts in your head you can't get out of your head.
And I can't get this out of my head because I go to the grocery store almost every day. I like the grocery store. I enjoy my time there. I love Jewel. There's no new food anymore. Like there's
Wait, what?
There's no new fruits. There's no new vegetables. There's no new snack food. When's the last time you heard of a new, like, somebody had to invent banana. Somebody had to invent a strawberry.
Nobody invented those. They grow.
I know, but
They
when's the
grow.
last time we figured out something new to grow? Oh, are we just out of food for the rest of our
Wait,
lives?
wait.
This is as good as it's going to get?
Case
I can't
Nobody-
laugh with my pneumonia. I can't laugh right now. I'm going to pass out.
somebody wasn't in like a science lab and invented banana and then planted the trees. Like these things existed. They're
I know,
natural.
but are we just done? Are we done with all of the new natural food we're going to get forever? Is this the rest of our life?
I don't think anything new's come along in the fruit and veggie category.
Think about the
since any of
snack
our-
category. When's the last time a snack food knocked your socks off? You're like, wait, what?
Well,
A cosmic what?
there's gonna be pizza popcorn at Wrigley.
That's huge. That's a great innovation. But I wish I would also get pizza popcorn banana. And then I would get a new fruit and veggie that I could enjoy.
Oh, Lord.
Am I wrong?
Yes.
I'm not sure you're wrong. I'm trying to process it. I want to listen.
don't think there was stuff being invented in the fruit and vegetable department. I think you're just a kid and you hadn't tried all of them yet.
No. But I'm not talking about new to my life. I'm talking about new to our lives. When is somebody gonna come up with the next vegetable?
New banana.
Yeah. It's like new Coke.
Yeah.
I mean, I would put a lot of money down that you haven't tried all the current fruit and vegetables yet, Case.
I know.
Give him one that you think he hasn't tried.
Plantains.
No, because plantains are like the cousin of a banana, and I love a good plantain.
Wait,
Oh,
so
so
you
you do
have
like
had
it.
them?
Yeah. No, that one I know, but give me another one.
Oh, what's another one that you would? Dragon fruit.
I didn't know that was real. I thought that was like a cartoon thing. A
Okay.
dragon
You
fruit.
thought that was just a Monster Energy drink
yeah,
flavor?
exactly.
No, they're like pink they're kind of like a pinkish, and then they have all these like green like kind of stems coming out. And when you cut it open, they're like white with all the little black speckles inside. They're very good.
So dragon fruit's real. What about passion fruit? Is that a real fruit?
Yep. And that's so a passion fruit you break open, you only eat the seeds in passion fruit. So
Okay, too many instructions.
they're
I'm not doing
so
that.
good. Oh, no, that's a pomegranate. I'm kidding. I'm
Not
sorry.
happening.
A pomegranate you break open and only eat the seeds. That's my fault. Have you had a pomegranate?
No, I don't know what that looks like.
Again, he said pomegranate flavored like sparkling water.
Passion fruit is the it has like the yellowy inside. It's also very good. A pomegranate you break open, they're kind of hard, and then you scoop the seeds out. Those are phenomenal too.
I'm out. I'm not scooping seeds out.
Okay, see, this is the problem. Look at all the stuff he hasn't tried, and he's complaining.
But I'm not saying I'm in a rut. I'm saying society's in a rut. And I can't believe I'm going to be on this earth. I'm 25 years old. I might be on this earth for another 75 years. You're telling me there's not going to okay, 35
not
years.
Not eating more of these fruits.
You're telling me there's not going to be another fruit in my lifetime? We've just maxed out on fruit?
No, you just better just deal with banana. That's
Have you had a kumquat?
I know. I haven't had a kumquat.
Have
Again,
you had a jackfruit?
It's not.
No, please don't.
It's not about me,
Hold
Kenzie.
on. Don't move on from kumquat so fast. That's the funniest fruit name ever.
What? You don't know what a kumquat is?
Oh, God.
Can you say kumquat on the radio?
Yeah, it's a fruit.
What is it?
It's not spelled the way you think it would be spelled.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.